And now, for over 1,000 years, Islamic Jihad has followed a systematic approach to expansion through terror. The attacks of October 7th were not an anomaly, but rather part of an historical pattern. Yisrael Ne'eman has been a university history instructor since 1991, first at the University of Haifa and then at the Technion. And now he's founded the Ne'eman Academy and is offering a new online course exposing Islamic Jihad, safeguarding humanity, to help people understand history and its modern implications. And joining us now to tell us more is Yisrael Ne'eman himself. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So from a Rutgers Middle Eastern Studies major in the United States, you've been a metal worker, a tour guide. What led you to your specific focus on Islamic Jihad, global jihadism, and anti-Semitism?
Okay, so I came here very idealistic in the 1970s. I saw the peace agreement with Egypt and very optimistic. So idealism, optimism, and then we have the Oslo Accords. And I figured, okay, Yasser Arafat is a secular nationalist, and we can make a deal with him. However, as we know, he turned out to be a jihadi. Exploded in our faces. You had the Second Intifada. So I said, okay, what's the source of Palestinian jihadism? That's Hamas. So I studied, researched their covenant and their history for years. And in the end, wrote a book called Hamas Jihad in order to educate others as well as to this phenomena that they thought was jihad now, but essentially has gone on for centuries.
Mm-hmm. And, your cause is to fight jihadism. What is your understanding of jihad, and why is it sort of important to learn actually the history of jihad?
Okay, I'm a historian. For some 1,000 years, about 1/3 of the known world was captured by jihad. Over this period, jihad is focused as a theology. And with this theology, if I go to define it, we're talking about divinely ordained conquest of the globe for Islam. And we have to understand it. That's the bottom line. Today, when we look, take just the 21st century, you have continuation, 9/11, all those terrorist attacks in Europe, terrorism elsewhere, of course, throughout the globe, 7th of October, and just recently, 2 weeks ago, 70 Christians were slaughtered in the Congo, beheaded in a church by ISIS types. You also have the slaughter going on today in Syria. If we don't educate ourselves about the Islamic Jihad, we are going to find ourselves living under a brutal Islamic law.
And so you offer this, unique course to the global community, essentially teaching what you call forbidden knowledge.
Right.
What will participants gain from the course?
Okay, so first of all, what I want to say is this course is politically incorrect. And you're not going to find it anywhere, certainly not on a university campus. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to find it on the internet either. It's not really there. The theology and legacy of jihad are intertwined with the history. Everything comes together. Tens of millions of people were slaughtered, enslaved, and brutally oppressed over those 1,000 years plus. Today, we have all these apologists around saying, no, they misunderstood. It's a misinterpretation. It's a lot of nonsense. The template has always been there, and it is there today as well. We have to call them out. We have to learn about this. Everybody needs to know about this, and we have to challenge them, whether it's in the workplace, social events, or online.
And, for those who are watching now, our viewers at home, why, what would you say to them? Why is this a critical moment now to educate ourselves? How can this course sort of empower individuals moving forward to talk about jihad and to combat, this phenomenon?
Okay, so I urge everybody to join our course, Exposing Islamic Jihad. The West is at a very critical juncture right now. Democracy is being weaponized against itself. All you have to do is look on the campuses, in particular Colombia, which is always in the news, but it's all over the place. It's anti-Semitic, anti-Western, anti-democratic. And what starts in the campuses ends up in government. In other words, we're going to see it there shortly as well. But it's already showing up. Look in the streets of Toronto, Jews being attacked. Look at synagogue burnings in Australia, or demands for Sharia law in Great Britain. Who thought we'd ever get to such a point? So in the course, Exposing Islamic Jihad, our students will gain the skills, the knowledge, and the confidence in order to confront jihad and ensure our way of life and freedoms.
So a very interesting and, of course, timely course. Yisrael Ne'eman, thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you for having me.